Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a round I got the other day in the Jegan heavy equipment type. This one's been given a more, general set of buffs. It's gotten more slots. I forget whether it got more hit points or not. They increased the damage on most, if not all, the weapons, and they gave it a higher level of buffers on some of its locations, like legs and shoulder equipment, I believe. So, yeah, like I said, not as dramatic as most of the other suits, but not terrible. It does, of course, have a stealth grenade that I just used. It has beam cannons on the shoulders, as well as the Jegan beam rifle. And I believe it also has some chain explosion grenades. I always like those. Yeah, that's the double beam cannon. Yeah, there's the missile pod, but I'm not sure why I aimed that far up. Probably I either forgot what kind of missiles it was, or I just twitched. The hands do just sometimes fight me. But this is a Engage Gundam Incom type, I believe, that I'm fighting. I kind of like the Engage Zero Incom better, just aesthetically, but it's the mittens. But yeah, I have got this support cornered. I forgot it doesn't carry a beam saber. So yeah, in addition to all its other weirdnesses, it does have the gun cannon melee patterns, so punches and kicks, which, again, I like. But yeah, got that, and yeah, now I'm going to stealth grenade myself, so hopefully I can get out of here safely. And yeah, it's not doing badly for me, I don't think. I words sometimes, but yeah, somebody said don't get reckless. That is good advice. And I definitely would have tried to get back out of there, but then, right after Don't Get Reckless, I just walked right into support fire to try and hit that goof. That was, clearly a very intelligent move and not reckless and or incredibly dumb at all. But yeah, it was enough to avoid my train of thought, so, But yeah, that RF goof is, ow. Well, it can be a problem. It's got a pretty strong heavy attack. It's best if I do not get too close to it, but yeah, I can probably take it out at range if I can get a good bead on it. See, yeah, we're behind by about a couple thousand points with 5.5 minutes to go. Definitely worse positions to be in, so we will see what we can do. And big kick. I love the big kick. That, I think that's the Kihar 2 specifically, and yeah, that did not fall over, but it did take the damage. So that's not bad. And somebody got it as it was coming through the stealth cloud I set up for allies. But yeah, managed to catch somebody else. Cluster bombs on the or chain explosion bombs on. I forget what NES game had cluster bombs that worked pretty similarly to how chain explosion weapons work in this. I think it was Blaster Master. Regardless, yeah, that phrase is stuck in my head from 40 years ago. So I will be misidentifying chain explosion weapons for the rest of my natural life. Let's see, and let's see. Yep, gonna head over and try and back people up, by which I mean stand in their line of fire and probably take a lot of damage. But also kind of trying to just sneak some chain explosions over past that barricade, because yeah, if I can get people to stand in those, that gives relatively quick build stun and can stop things and do a lot of damage. Like to that building, for example. That building, not going to be a problem anymore, except the next time I shoot it. Oh boy, that just that just skeletonized that Kihar in seconds. And chain explosions on the goof, not the worst thing. Probably could have been more effective. When I wasn't looking or not paying enough attention was the more accurate translation there. Somebody snuck in and grabbed that point. This is the point of the round where I remembered I have Vulcans, so yeah, it's not going badly, but I'm a space case, which I am now too, because sinuses. But at least I'm semi-conscious, and we have managed to we have managed to, flip things on the enemy team. We are now ahead by about as much as they were ahead a moment ago. So that's a good position to be in. And now, yeah, probably gonna jump back in at B, I think, unless I see something. Yeah, I don't think anything's approaching our base. So yeah, time to jump back in at B and get back in there and see if I can find something to shoot at. But yeah, it's definitely better than it was. It was a little bit, well, a little bit fragile and not super great, in my opinion. I was never very good at using it, but I think it's better than it was. The damage seems higher. Its toolkit hasn't changed that much, but it's enough that it's doing pretty well, I think, especially when you can catch things like that goof. Well, I managed to dodge back out of the way of that whip just in time, which is nice. I have that problem when if I'm trying to advance to use the whip. Oh yeah, and it isn't the gun cannon moveset because I'm pretty sure the side moves are also punches and not roundhouse kicks. But yeah, whenever I boost in to try and land the big boot, I very rarely actually catch people with it. And yeah, because they managed to push us back and kind of concentrate us in one area to shoot. Enemy team is catching back up, but we are at least in a position where we can also focus fire. Because yeah, trying to attack somebody down this corridor can be very difficult, especially if they can just set up a nice pile of explosions for you to have to walk through. Ideally, but yep, just took the stealth. I'm going to try to push a little bit just to take care of that person that was low on health, and now move back because I don't need to be trying to get out of the trench on my own and get focused. If I'm going to do that, now's the time, or now was the time, because there was only one thing here. Surprisingly, I'm actually doing the smart thing to a certain degree and moving back so I can't get focused, which now it's, going poorly, but I do have full health with us having a pretty solid lead and 30 seconds to go. So hopefully I will not be the one to screw this up. No guarantees. I don't remember if that's how the round came out or not. Either outcome would not shock me. Sometimes you push when you shouldn't push, or at least I do, and it does not end well. We tried to get that Kahar. We have gotten a few more points, which is good because they are really pushing hard, as you should when you are this close to the end of the match and the scores are relatively close. I'm basically pushing back to hopefully give them something to deal with and just keep them from focusing the lower health people back there, I hope. But regardless, it did work out. Top diversions, yeah, that happens when you get in people's faces. But I want to say I'm not surprised the Super Gundam came in first. That thing is a terror now. But yeah, I only did 3 and 3, but I did 100,000 damage and came in third, so I'm going to take that. That is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. Okay, so yeah, first off, they did increase the speed by 5 points. The walk speed is now 125 instead of 120. Thruster capacity has come up by 5 points as well, so 65 at level 1. Turn speed has gone up by 3 points. They gave it 2 more close range slots, went from 9 to 11, 1 more mid range slot, 16 to 17, and 1 more long range slot, 15 to 16. This, of course, is all at level 1. Oh yeah, it now has a mobile fire system level 1 since the rapid fire double beam cannon move is stop to fire. That is very handy. They gave it observational data link level 1, so when it's on the field, you will see enemy health bars, which Yeah, that's not a bad thing for this, I don't think. It is kind of a quasi support in many ways. So, but yeah, special leg buffer went up from to level 2 from level 1, and it got 2 levels of special shoulder add-on buffer. So, yeah, basically it takes a reduced damage from the if the cannons on its shoulders get hit. Basically, you know, little defense bonus for being wide. The Vulcan pod system got an extra 20 rounds of ammo, went from 40 to 60, and has more build stun. So, yeah, stuns faster. Single beam cannon's power level went from 1850 to 2000, and the upper level's also enhanced. 4 shots instead of 3. Cooldown time between shots down to 5 seconds from 6. Reload time down to 12 seconds from 15. And swap time is shortened. So, yeah, it's easier to combo. There's less downtime. That's pretty good. Yeah, the double beam cannon are listed as discharge, but I'm pretty sure they're rapid fire. Uh, Discharge is the term they usually use for Garrobees, and if that has that, I kind of forgot. But yeah, power increased from 500 to 600 per shot, with upper levels also enhanced. Reload time shortened from 12 seconds to 8, and swap time shortened again. Yeah, so it's much easier for this to combo now. The missile pod power increased from 300 to 350 per tick. I think that's per tick. Cooldown time between shots shortened to 4 seconds from 5. Reload time got 2 seconds shaved off, went from 15 to 13, and the projectiles fire faster. So yeah, decent, mild overhaul compared to some of the others this month. I think it's doing the job okay. But I think it may well have had farther it needed to go just from looking at these numbers. At 550, the general type average win rate is an even 50%, and the heavy equipment Jegan was at 38.7. Yeah. Rival win rate was, well, it won just, 50-50 is what they shoot for, and it was doing a third. 1 out of 3 times, 33.3%, it would win. Average damage dealt at 550 for generals, 80,000. It was doing 65, and losses were up 3.5 against 3.2. Pretty similar story all around at level 2 at 600. General average win rate at 649.5%. It was at 39.5%. Ooh, but the rival win rate got way worse. Went down to 25.9%. So roughly 1 out of every 4 heavy equipment Jagans was beating its rival. Damage dealt was a tiny, tiny, tiny bit above the level 1, which is bad because the average for generals jumped up almost 10,000 points. And the MS losses were, it's the same distance, but they each went up a tenth. 3.3 is the average, and 3.6 per round is what the heavy equipment Jegan was averaging. So, yeah, it's better. We'll have to see how the buffs play out, but I don't think it's bad, but yeah, they might have to go a little farther on this. I don't know.